Hey there guys, welcome to the next video here on the channel. I had this idea about close to a year ago to come up with kind of like a time trial for making a bifold wallet to kind of, just give you guys an idea of how exactly I make an entire wallet here out of duct tape. And since it's a time trial, it's going to be, kind of me timing myself to see how fast I can make a totally completed wallet with 4 credit card holders. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. It's not really a challenge per se, but just kind of an idea, just to give you guys a cool idea of one, long unbroken scene of me making a wallet and actually seeing how fast I can do it. So let's get started here. Alright, so I have my stopwatch over here that will kind of just give me an idea of how long I'm taking. It'll also serve as the guarantee that I won't be skipping around or speeding it up or anything, because that should be in real time here. I'm going to be using 2 different colors of duct tape to make the bifold wallet, electric blue and cotton candy. I actually asked on Instagram if you guys what color you guys wanted me to use, and between all of the different people who contacted me through Instagram, I think that a pastel color or something close to that was one of the top picks, and cotton candy was a pretty big top pick on Instagram as well. So those are the 2 colors I'm going to be using. I got most of my tools all lined up here ready to go. I got my Westcott scissors, I got a new blade and the hobby knife. I also have my credit card here, so I'm going to be using that as my credit card model for the pockets. I'm going to be making a simple bifold wallet with 4 credit card pockets, and well, let's get started. So here we go. I'm going to leave this right over in the corner of the screen. As long as I don't bump it, it really shouldn't go anywhere. So we're going to do that. Have my tools pretty much set up around my station. Got the hobby knife here, and well, here we go. So I'm going to start working on the cotton candy first. I'm going to be making this wallet probably close to 8 inches long, and that of course will be 4 inches when I stick it together. So we've got 2, 4, 6, and 8. Gets cut there. And usually it takes me about 4 strips on either side, sometimes 5 on one side, 4 on the other. I apologize if I kind of start talking and then I start just trailing off, because usually when I'm working I'm not usually talking quite that fast. So there's that. Put that over here. Put that down here. Now I'm going to start working on some of the electric blue. I have a feeling that I'm going to make a mistake simply because, I've never worked this fast before. But, hey, sometimes you got to run before you can walk, in the words of the great Tony Stark. Alright, so I'm going to work on electric blue being on the inside, cotton candy on the outside. That seems like the most obvious choice here. Usually how I do this, I put a little bit, stick a little bit down, use that as the lip for the wallet. You guys should be able to kind of follow along if you're actually trying to make a wallet. It's going to be a little fast, but you can always pause the video a little bit. Now at this point I would usually take a piece of paper on the side and know exactly where to line up these strips, because I actually have a giant map where I know exactly where to stick the strips, so it's easier to fold it in half. But I don't actually have that, so I'm actually going to be just sticking these on as fast as I can. And which is what I would be doing for a video of this speed. So, gotta make sure I don't hit that stopwatch over there. So we're coming up on 2 minutes, almost done with the entire part of the billfold. If I cut out an extra piece, it's not gonna be a huge issue. But hey, it is what it is. After this one, I will probably be measuring it. So we have 2, 4, let's see, 2, 4, 6. That's about where I want to be. So we're going to put one more on. And let's see, 2, 4, 6. Put that, line that up. Stick it right about there. And like I said before, I would usually have, a giant method of doing this so that it's, going to end up nice and pretty. But not doing that for this video. Sticking that down. I'm going to wrap that back around the side like this. Might need to do a little bit of trimming with the scissors. I keep knocking this thing. Alright, so we're going right there. Going to fold it in half. Find out which way it's going to fold easier. Make sure that's stuck down. So it's going to be like this. I usually make the inside of the wallet just a little bit further down, because that allows it to flex a little bit better, and usually that part will bounce up when you put your cash, your cards, and everything into it. So I'm going to stick that down as best I can. Sticks open a little bit, of course, but that's to be expected. Now I'm going to measure this piece here. I'm only going to measure the inside because that's really the only side that I need. It's not going to connect the entire piece, you know, just the inside. So we're going to stick this on, make sure it's stuck down. Half of it on this side, half of it on the other side. And of course I'll probably do a little bit of trimming with the pair of scissors to make sure it looks nice. So we're going to line this up over here. By no means a perfect system, especially when I'm doing it this quickly, but hey, that's part of the challenge, I guess. Trim a little bit of that off, make sure it's stuck down, crease it in half once again, roll it, get the crease used to being stuck down. That looks pretty good on there. I'm going to set that aside because that's our billfold. I'm going to put another piece of duct tape on top of that. Alright, so I'm going to work on the credit card holders. Credit card holders will be cotton candy with electric blue trim. You know, it's kind of funny, it almost seems like I'm actually able to talk a lot better in the video when I'm working quickly. That's really interesting. Usually, you know, I mess up and have to redo the scene and all that crazy stuff, but when I'm working really quickly, it seems to work out pretty well. It's really interesting. Alright, so I'm going to stick this piece forward like that. Usually make my credit card holders just a little bit larger than the actual credit cards, and I usually stick about, you know, 4 credit cards or, you know, other cards like library cards, you know, movie cards, all that stuff into my credit card holders. So going to need a grand total of 10 of these for 4 pockets. They all get stuck together. Alright. Must say I really do love this cotton candy duct tape. It's very, very cool looking. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 4 more. So that's 1. That's 2. And we need 2 more. Then I can start sticking them together and also putting the little bit of trim on the pockets. So a little over 5.5 minutes. I think I'm doing pretty well for less than 15 minutes at least. So sticking these first 2 together, directly on top of each other, no problems there. These 2 will be stuck on top of each other just like this. Of course I need to make 2 more of these with my remaining strips. And then the last 2 strips that I cut out, because there were 10 total, will be used to attach to the inside of the wallet. Or the bottom part of the wallet, I guess I should say. So 1 more. Stuff always seems to stick to my hands when I'm doing stuff this quickly. It's a little hot out today, so I'm surprised the duct tape isn't curling and everything. Usually it does that when it's really hot out. So I'm going to put all those aside. I need to cut out 2 pieces of electric blue tape, and then those will serve as my kind of like my wrap around the top of each credit card holder, kind of like the trim. Man, it's getting stuck to me. Alright. These screw gets cut in half, and I usually line these up. Oh wait, that's not even a. It's just a strip there. Usually about 1/4 of an inch or so. I'm gonna stick that down. Of course, that will be the top of the credit card holders. You can see. All right, this one gets stuck down. No matter how well you apply these, they're always going to be like just slightly off. You know, not every trim is always going to be the exact same size, but they're pretty good. So sticking this one down. The trick is to always get the straight edge on top of the trim, because since you cut it in half, once you do it using a ruler, it's not going to be, you know, straight across. So you always want to put the right side on. So 1 more to go. And then I will start applying them into the wallet. Really surprised I haven't really made any mistake yet. I probably just jinxed myself, but hey, it should work out pretty well. I don't see any, you know, crazy stuff towards the end here. So I'm going to take this piece, stick it there, this piece up here, and stick it there. They got to be at least somewhat even, otherwise I won't be able to cut them in half effectively. It's cut in half, like that. Now what we're going to do is stick them into the wallet. Stick all my credit card holders in at the same time pretty much. So that's going to get stuck right there. second one will be right there. And usually I would trim this so that, you know, it just ends right at the end here, but I'm kind of strapped for time, so I will just wrap it around the front part of the wallet a little bit, like that. That's one side. Work on the other side. Make sure you guys can still see the stopwatch. And line this up as best you can. You can tell the trim isn't exactly, you know, precise, but hey, that's when you're working this quick. Don't really have too much time to make it perfect. So line this all up. I'm surprised it came out that perfect. And so stick that down. Looks pretty good to me. Wrap this around the back. They look about even, which is pretty awesome. Next, I'm going to take this piece here. I actually need two of these. One to seal up each side of credit card holders, and then also one to seal up the middle piece, which will be a little bit smaller. So this one gets cut in half, and this one gets cut probably a lot smaller, and we won't actually need this piece here. Alright, so this piece will go right here, and then wrap around the back. I'll do a little bit of trimming. Definitely don't care about fold over lines. I don't care about them normally, so I'm definitely not going to care about them now. So sticking those on. This one gets stuck right here, smack dab in the center. Just like that. In the meantime, I will trim off a little bit towards the end here. Like that. Now I'm going to do is trim the card pockets. And test them out. Make sure they fit. And done. 10 minutes and 33 seconds. So yeah, that's the grand total time, 10 minutes and 33 seconds. I must say for 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes, this was an insanely, you know, nice wallet. It actually turned out much better than I thought it would. All of the credit card holders are nice. All of the trim seems to be roughly the exact same color. Like I showed you, the credit cards have plenty of room in there, which is great. Probably put more than one in each slot there, which is awesome. The inside's a little bit, before the back part, which helps when you put your cash in. The middle part won't pop up as much. You look at the top; it doesn't have any wavy lines or anything, like nothing crazy going on up top. So yeah, I think that definitely came out pretty well. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much going to wrap up the video. If you guys want to, try to beat my score or my time or anything, I guess you guys can just, post the video and make it a video response to this. I'll review it and, allow it as a video response. So hope you guys liked the video on kind of a bifold wallet time trial. It was a lot of fun to make. Maybe I'll try this, in a month or two when I get really good at it. Maybe I can beat my time of 10 minutes and 33 seconds. But I don't know. That's a pretty good time. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to beat that in the future. But like I said, hope you guys liked the video, and I'll catch you next time on the channel.